What's going on, YouTube? Frasta here. Hope you guys are doing well. I think competitive Call of Duty might be coming to an end. And I don't say this with any joy in my heart or any glee whatsoever, because when Call of Duty decided to step into the competitive scene for an FPS, I was really hopeful that they were going to learn to dominate, that they would set the precedent for great esports management. However, they've completely squandered that opportunity. And it's really disappointing to see because for me, competitive video games is something that could be truly amazing. And I remember watching Halo 3 back in the day when it was in its heyday and watching those matchups. And it was truly compelling. However, as time has gone on, ever since Call of Duty League sort of started, ever since its inception, I feel that it's just been a missed opportunity to really cash in on the potential for an esports league in the Call of Duty world. And I know that it started way back in Black Ops 2, and it was a massive success then because the game was really good. And as it trended towards its latest releases, I feel that people are less and less invested, and I feel that the players themselves are less and less invested. Could you imagine trying to grind Modern Warfare 2 right now for 6 to 8 hours a day? That's like doom scrolling Twitter for 5 hours straight every single day. That sounds like hell, if I'm going to be honest. It doesn't matter how good at the game you truly are. It's just not fun, especially in the current competitive landscape for Call of Duty where everyone has to use the same two weapons. There's zero variety, and there's like 4 or 5 maps, and that's it. And even then, the maps themselves are so boring to play that it creates no variety, and players are left feeling burnt out very quickly. And it's not just me that feels this way. Let's turn to an OG in the competitive Call of Duty scene, Parasite. COD not having to focus on competitive blows, because although ranked has interest in it now, it will die out soon, simply because nothing changes season after season. Same maps, same guns, boring. Competitive titles get regular map updates and new heroes or weapons regularly. Now, this is the problem with Call of Duty, right? They consistently forget about something that could be absolutely massive. They have an opportunity here to truly capitalize on something, and they just forget about it. They just don't do anything to address it. And honestly, the problems with ranked play right now in Call of Duty or competitive in general are general problems that the game has overall. There's like 2 good weapons or competitive weapons or weapons that aren't super cheese but are still cheese. And part of the issue is the TTK in this game is completely and utterly broken. The hit registration in this game is completely and utterly broken. The sound design, I could go on and on and on, right? And I don't want to rant about things I've ranted about in this video that I've talked about 1,000 times. That's not what the video is for. The video is to talk about the missed opportunity here that Activision has with the Call of Duty League. Look! Scump quit this year. He went into retirement. He said before this year even started he was going to finish out the year. And he didn't do it because Modern Warfare 2 is just that bad. And it's tough to be a pro player to grind bad game after bad game after bad game. And I'll be honest, the pro players in Call of Duty already have a tough task, having to play this game 8 to 10 hours a day. But not only that, the title changes once every year. So not only do you have to learn all the nuances of one game, now you have to learn all the nuances of the next game, how movement works, and little ticky-tacky things like snaking, and how to maximize that, how to best utilize everything, learn the new maps and all these things. And it's a lot. And I feel that Call of Duty is working against its best interests time and time again, especially here in competitive play. But the fact that they refuse to release good maps, the fact that they refuse to actually add anything to the game to spice it up, to make it feel unique in any way, shape, or form, to add variety, just shows you how little they care about something that could be massive. We talk all the time on this channel about missed opportunities, about potential. And this is another missed opportunity where something had a ton of potential and they've completely forgotten about it. Parasite continues. COD simply doesn't. COD also fails to balance its weapons, even remotely, lol. I really hope that they, at very least in the offseason, add a ton of Modern Warfare 1 and 2 and 3 maps. Just add them into ranked and keep it interesting until next year's release. The problem with this is they won't. They're not going to do this. They're not going to add a ton of maps. They're not going to add a ton of variety because they don't care about this community. They don't care about the potential of a good, healthy, competitive Call of Duty community. And it's to the detriment of themselves. It's to the detriment of their game. And frankly, it's to the detriment of all of us. Because a healthy, competitive Call of Duty scene would lead to a healthy Call of Duty game overall. I don't think that's hard to see. I don't think that's hard to understand. But unfortunately, there's just something missing right now in Call of Duty in general, and I don't know how to necessarily fix it. We're 6 months into this game, and they still have not taken any type of player feedback into account. They consistently want to absolutely rob their customers at every single corner. They consistently work against their best interests, and it's just getting very difficult to find the positives with Call of Duty, because it's very hard to find them through all of the negatives. And I'll just finish off with this tweet from Parasite. COD competitive casuals like myself will only play so much of Silo and Hydro. And I'll be honest, I will only play so much of those maps because they're just not worth it. It's just not worth my time. It's just not worth my energy to play the only 2 decent maps in this game. Because there's 2 good maps. It is Al Silo and Hydro. And that's all this game has to offer. 2 good maps out of, 14 at this point in time. The new maps that they've introduced are just gimmicks or bad maps in general. Overall, this game is just such a failure. It is such a disappointment. And frankly, it's going to take a little while for them to learn from their mistakes if they ever do. I doubt they ever will. They should have seen the signs on the wall when Scump left after he said I was going to finish out this year. Pretty funny that the guy just quit mid-season because he decided that this game wasn't worth his time. Yeah, he's playing it casually now. Yeah, he's making YouTube videos, but he didn't want to play it competitively because the game sucks. And nobody over at Activision or Infinity Ward seems to care, and they don't really seem to care that the competitive Call of Duty scene is soon going to die out because they refuse to support it in any way, shape, or form. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to get that off my chest because, frankly, I'm a little sick and tired of the current state of Call of Duty. And it's so difficult to come on here and want to make videos because it's the same thing time and time again. But either way, I'd love to hear what you guys think about competitive Call of Duty, about Call of Duty as a whole. Let me know down below in the comment section. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. Or please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.